I have been hearing that if you lay on these tiny little discs of torture, that it does good things to you. It reduces muscle pain, stress, helps you sleep better, improves energy, reduces severity of headaches. I wonder if it's because you're distracted by these spiky things that you're no longer thinking about your headache. This is what's known as an acupressure mat. I got it because I like the idea of pain being good for you. A little bit of torment and philosophy. It's recommended that you wear a shirt on your first try. I've got a thick cotton shirt because this is the normal mat. There's the hardcore mat and there's a lighter version. I went for the standard, the original. Oh yeah, they're pokey. It's recommended that you wear a shirt and then as you get used to the pain, you take your shirt off. The recommended time is 15 minutes per session or more, so I've got to actually set the time on my phone, which I'm using to record. Ooh, okay. I'm not really feeling it. Oh wait. Oh, give it time. You know that point you get to where you build up enough confidence that you start doing slightly different things and playing with it, or just doing dumb things like putting your feet in the air. Oh yeah, that makes the lower back a lot. Ooh, this is your extra chili. Pig socks. So I'm a little bit confused about my emotions because I enjoyed it and didn't at the same time. So a little bit, don't overthink it. Love it and hate it at the same time. Be okay with that. My back is a little bit sore today, my lower back. Apparently the hippies would tell me that the metaphysical meaning behind that is that I'm feeling a lack of support. So let's see if poking myself will solve that. Hi again. It's me. I'm feeling kind of relaxed. I'm wondering whether it's because of this mat or whether it's because I'm laying down, but I guess if my back pain goes away tomorrow, I'll do the full Monty. Apparently it's good for your feet too. Ooh. Oh, actually that feels amazing. Oh yeah, I wonder what it feels like without socks.
Fight!
Ooh, that is significantly more pokey. Oh, my full weight. Oh, ay, ay, ay. Oh, wow. Okay, that's next level. This time it's a much thinner shirt. You can see by the materials that the spikes go right through it. I'm feeling quite sleepy. I'm noticing the time between the owie and the sleepy is getting shorter. I wonder what happens on day 20. Will I just look at a mat and get sleepy? The strange amount of relaxation I'm actually getting from this mat. If you've got back or neck pain, I think it's definitely something worth giving it a go. I'd rather do this than stick cortisone injections inside me. Oh, that's such medical speak, isn't it? Hi, doctor, can you stick... We're keeping this G-rated. I think the mat is training you to let go of control and suffer, but receive the benefits as well. It's like when you go for those massages and it's so painful you want to cry, but you stay there voluntarily. You dare not cry because you don't want to feel like a wuss in front of that Chinese warrior with fingers of steel, and so you try not to cry and you just, if you do, you pretend it's a tiger balm or something. The heat is real. I get really warm and tingly. It's like a warm hug. So this is great if your family is cold. Use this mat instead. We are the spiky bits, my friend. And we'll keep on poking to the end. Bah, bah, bah. Here goes my daily 15 minutes of shirt off. I haven't even got down yet. 1 second. Hold your horses. Ooh, it gets very hot very quickly. Ooh, I think there's a little bit too much. But on this, I'll just pull my pants up a little bit. Oh, why are some days sensitive? I think there's a link to that, ladies. You know what I'm talking about. Round 2, here we go. Yeah, need me, that's the way. Oh, I'm just one big biscuit. Thank you. I feel needed. When you're trying to lift yourself up, you actually put more pressure on other areas. There is no favoriting an area. I wonder if there's more pain in areas that has more tension. My back is super warm and tingly. It's really, so hot right now. Recovery time. I am having a very strange relationship with this mat. Let's call him Mat stabs me in the back, like a good friend does. It fills the lungs and your lungs expand and press more of your skin against the mat with the surface area. And then you reach a like a lovely plateau. It's like you accept this self-inflicted cycle of whatever this is. They could call it the S&M mat. Marketing would be a riot. Ah, the great outdoors. I thought I'd do something a little different. This time, I've got my shirt off on my balcony. I'm becoming one of those neighbours now. Oh, I should get a pair of binoculars and really set the tone. I'll just be peering on other neighbours just to make sure I'm not living next door to people who are creeps. Totally normal. You see more flesh at the beach. Seriously, come on. This is not weird. Scruffy, 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 scruffy. Oh, don't flash, don't flash. Whether or not you think this mat will help you, I can honestly say that it is definitely a test in exercising your willpower. You will build resilience to facing what you know will be challenging and doing it anyway, and feeling a sense of accomplishment that you did it. It's outside time again. Time to get vitamin D, and not in the fake pill way. Although there's no sun, but there is the UV and everything else beaming through, apparently, even though you can't see the sun. I was thinking of listening to a podcast. Maybe that'll help with the spikies. And then I usually listen to something like The Huberman or Diary of a CEO, something like that. But the risk is that I'll want to finish the podcast and then I'll be laying here for longer than 15 minutes, which is fine. My future me will be like, yeah, good luck, you have to peel yourself off the cheese grater after that long episode. Now I'll try reading a book while laying here. There are different brands of acupressure mats out there. I like to use the Shakti mat because it was recommended to me by a friend. I researched them, I looked them up, and it's actually made by women in India. They craft with a lot of care and attention. I like to keep the tag on here because this one's made by Anu. They write their names on there, whoever makes your mat. And I like to keep it on there because every time I use the mat, I say, thank you, Anu, in my head sometimes. I don't usually yell it out. Anu, Anu. I didn't film this one today, but I will share that I'm finding that the hardest thing is the getting on and getting off the mat. Where you feel the things moving, little tweet, 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 beep, beep, beep. I suddenly wish I weighed less. Like I think I'm 85 kilos. This feels like a lot. Staying on it is actually fine once you reach that point where the heat and the pain and you overcome that section, which is the first third, I think, of it, which is the biggest struggle for me. Except when the cat lays on top of me, which feels like an extra 10 kilos, but I'm sure she's doing that out of love and she's just saying, yeah, here, take that for not feeding me every 2 hours with treat, you tyrant. My back is really red. It looks similar to my teenage face, but on the inside. There's no blood. It's acupressure, so whereas acupuncture pierces the skin with needles, these stimulate the same acupuncture spots without going through the skin. So there's no blood. That's a good thing, otherwise the rug would look like a mafia movie. I'm going to try to press the mat into my neck. Maybe I'll just press it in there. I didn't get the pillow, which I'm regretting now. Ooh, that's an odd sensation on the neck. Must be how the beginning of decapitation feels, except way quicker and you don't register it. Why am I thinking this stuff? Can you see the spikes? Such a professional. That red back thing is real. That's blood flow increasing in that area, circulating around like it's the last time those blood vessels will be filled. Blood circulation is life, so maybe it does reduce inflammation because of it. There are a whole bunch of people around the world who use these mats, and so I started reading about other people's experiences online. Some people found it helped a lot with chronic pain, as it gave them a new source of pain or a new set point. So this is turning out to be quite an interesting experiment. This is pretty neat. Personally, I'm actually glad I bought this mat. As far as I'm aware, there are no negative consequences to using it, except for blurting out expletives during the adjustment period. There's definitely a lot of statements and articles and anecdotal evidence, I guess, people who've given their opinions about how it's impacted them in a positive way. There doesn't seem to be a lot of scientifically hardcore rigorous testing of the mats, but that's just going to be a matter of time before that starts coming out. And as we all know, just because science hasn't logged something, it doesn't mean that it's not true. Science often lags behind a lot of the knowledge and the wisdom that has been passed down from generations, so who knows whether this is actually something that will be backed by science in future. But for now, it's one of those options. I'm going to keep using it because I find it enjoyable. I like the heat, I like that circulation, and I get really sleepy. And now I'm using it before bed, so I originally started using the mat in the mornings and now I'm using it in the evenings. My conclusion is that the mat is worth a try, so give it a go. It is certainly a lot easier than doing 20,000 steps a day. I'll leave a link to my video on my epic adventures in testing that out. If you're interested in using the particular Shakti mat that I've used, I'll leave a link below. I don't get paid for this, I'm not being sponsored. It is literally just the link to the website. Otherwise, you'll find many variations of these kinds of mats online with different budgets. Thank you for watching and enjoy your spiky adventures.